Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we have the Hall of Fame 2015 recap and review. Gonna jump ahead a little bit here and cover the more recent ones that were released on DVD. So 2015, part of an excellent weekend there with WrestleMania 31. I thought this Hall of Fame class was solid overall. Of course, we had the surprise induction of the Macho Man Randy Savage. And of course, Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash. Because apparently he had an issue with Diesel going into the Hall of Fame. Regardless, Kevin Nash is going to be a part of the Hall of Fame with the NWO this year. Hopefully that still goes down. I'm hoping, the 2020 class doesn't get lost in the shuffle. So this was a pretty lengthy ceremony. 4 hours, split across discs 2 and 3 of the DVD. We got an hour and a half for disc 2 and 2.5 hours on the third disc. So if you got the Blu-ray here, it's probably just going to be all 4 hours. But this is probably a great watch for a lot of people. Let's go from top to bottom here. You got Rikishi, Larry Zbyszko, Alundra Blayze. This was the first year for the Warrior Award. Connor the Crusher Mahalik, the Bushwhackers, Tatsumi Fujinami, Macho Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Kevin Nash. So a pretty stacked class here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 inductees. So this was edited quite a bit on the DVD set. I'm thinking of 2014's, never mind, but this probably is edited down quite a bit. I was going to go say something about the Warriors speech, but Larry Zbyszko, I think, got lost at some point during his induction speech. It seemed like he kept reading the same thing over and over and over again. He just went on way too long here, for my taste. Not hating on Larry, but he's a little bit past my generation, or a little bit before my generation. Alundra Blayze, I thought that was a cool induction. Taking the title out of the trash and, bringing the women's championship back home. Thought that was a cool touch to it. Rikishi, being inducted by his sons here. I always thought that was a really cool thing. Rikishi, again, former tag team champion, IC champ. You could say just the Rikishi gimmick alone, he probably made a lot of money putting his ass in a lot of people's faces. The Sultan, maybe not so much. And then he was part of the Head Shrinkers there for a while. I'm indifferent towards the Warrior Award. While I can appreciate what WWE does for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and all the kids and whatnot, I can appreciate that they would like to do something for these kids and these people that have received this award. It just bothers me that they kind of send out Dana Warrior here. She just doesn't feel genuine to me, speaking to the fans and about the Warrior. There's a lot of varying opinions of Ultimate Warrior. And, it's kind of weird, the things that went down leading up to his death and, him finally going into the Hall of Fame and passing away a couple of days later. this was the first year of the award, so this took up a lot of time. Dana Warrior goes out there. She kind of, gives the whole Warrior speech and whatnot, and then Daniel Bryan comes out, and then Connor's father comes out, as Connor the Crusher had passed away a few weeks after WrestleMania 30. So it's all tied into the Ultimate Warrior here. I Overall, this wasn't bad. I'm just not a fan of Dana Warrior. The Bushwhackers. This was a really fun segment. Who knew these guys could cut a promo like this? So it was cool seeing these two. Tatsumi Fujinami was a nice change to the Hall of Fame. We usually got one every couple of years of these international stars. I believe the next year would be Stan Hansen. This year, 2020, was supposed to be Jushin Thunder Liger. So this was really nice to see Tatsumi Fujinami. A lot of fans probably never heard of him, but him and Ric Flair had some fantastic matches for the NWA title way back in 1990, and it was cool to see Ric Flair here. It's always nice to see Nate on any broadcast. Although I don't think they acknowledge his title reign. Similar to what's his name that went in. Similar to like Inoki, they don't really recognize his reign as WWE champion. The Macho Man. Again, there was some controversy with this choice for Hulk Hogan to induct the Macho Man. Yeah, I can agree with that. Hulk Hogan and Savage definitely had some kind of beef going on from their days in the WWE to WCW and even after that. So this was in 2015. Their long history goes way back, 30 years prior to this. But, I did like seeing Lanny Poffo. I did think this was a bit short, though, for the Macho Man. So I thought that could have been improved upon. It was one of their top stars of the 80s and one of the greatest of all time, the Macho Man. So I thought he got a bit shafted here, but it was a surprising inductee. I didn't think anybody thought Savage would be in the Hall of Fame. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he didn't really have much to do with the WWE. He made a couple of appearances in the Attitude Era, but Arnold Schwarzenegger is an icon of bodybuilding and all kinds of different things, Hollywood box office, you name it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is one of the greatest of all time, and Triple H would induct him. And then Kevin Nash just looked like he was falling asleep by the time he came out. This was a bit disappointing to end the show like this. We had another Click reunion at the end of the show. And, yeah, I mean, wasn't the greatest speech by Kevin Nash. I thought this was a big letdown for me anyway. He just looked kind of out of it. It was 4 hours into the show. So this one you could probably pass on. I'm going to give this one a solid C overall. While the inductees were solid to great, I thought the overall presentation could have been improved upon quite a bit. So let me know your thoughts on this. As always, we'll talk to you later. Peace.